messy, bit scruffy at times, but you know, I think there's a high expectation with obviously the last two performances, and they're not all going to be, you know, the fights of the year. Obviously, more bad blood said, so everyone probably builds it up as it's going to be a war and stuff like that, but I said in the interviews and one of the, he's got the typical, you know, Sheffield style, he wants to spoil, he wants to hold, and you know, obviously I didn't want to sell it as it's going to be a scruffy fight, but I kind of knew it was going to be like that. You know, fair play to him. There were times when we were holding, he would try and can grab my nose and bend it round back of my head, but you know, I said prior, you've got to come to a champion's backyard and take the title off the champion and come in and just pot shot in ones and twos and try to hold as quick as you can. You know, you aren't going to take the title like that, but listen, we've done the business and we move on.
Carrying on from that, Josh, do you think the referee gave him plenty of opportunities to take a point off? Was it plenty of opportunities from the referee to take a point off?
Potentially, you know. I know at times you know you can work. He did say prior to the fight you can work inside, but there's working and there's turning into a
there's working and there's turning into WWF wrestling or whatever you call it. And you know, to be honest with you,
there were times when I was doing stuff and they were getting flagging me up, and then times when they were doing stuff. Obviously, you've got to box to the referee's instructions, but he was doing a lot worse than what I was doing inside.
It was all designed to spoil, wasn't it? It was designed to spoil. And do you know what? I feel sorry for people out there that have paid to watch that. And to be honest with you, how many times are people going to pay to come and watch something like that? I thought, and I'm going to be honest, and I don't care if I upset them, I thought the judge that give it his way was absolutely appalling. Shouldn't be judging, not when you're scoring people that come to spoil and he's giving them a win. Ridiculous. Thought the referee really, if I had any other referee, I think it'd have actually been disqualified because it was absolutely diabolical.
It was just a holding, was it? It was a headbutt.
It was just, it was headbutts, it wasn't just holding, it was shoving down, it was elbows. We can all see it, everybody out there could see it, the referee can't see it, you know what I mean? So, not making any excuses, I mean, it came down to, all that considered, it came down to who really wanted it most in them last 2 or 3 rounds. And that's what it did come down, and it went our way, and we must have wanted it more, you know. But like I say, I just apologise to everybody that had to sit and watch that, because the referee and your judges that allow that to happen by scoring it out the door, and referee being, really, you might as well not have a referee, had we?
Did you feel that you'd won, Josh?
You know what, Phil? I think there were some things going around at ringside about how the TV was scoring it, but I always thought like we were in it right till the championship rounds, you know, round 9 and 10, and Dad kept saying you know, it comes down to these last 2 rounds, and you know, gives me like a bit of motivation, saying you've got to chase it just to make me perform a little bit more and make sure I definitely win the round. Even if I'm in front, it'd still say that. And I think it like came down to the last couple of rounds. There were times when the rounds probably couldn't split because there wasn't much going on. There were odd pot shot from him, odd shot from me in return, but well, that's about it. But I think in the rounds when they were busy work, it was me who were enforcing it and trying to make it work, and all they wanted to do were grab on and spoil.
What have you two said to each other? Because there was a lot of bad blood beforehand. You obviously refused your glove touch before the first spell as well. What have you said afterwards?
I just went over and Dominic said, "Oh, you surprised me," and then I just said, "It's done," because that's it. I've said beforehand, all the shit what gets said beforehand. We have 12 rounds to sort out there. You know, back in the day when you were a young whippersnapper, Phil, you know, if you had a bit of bad blood and that, you'd get it said to your pal, get it playground and we'll sort it out, and then you'd shake hands after, and that's our playground there. We fight out, and I hadn't seen him after seeing spotted, say I'll, you know, see him in change room, shake his hand. You know, he came up, it made a little bit of a fight, and that's that.
What do you want to do, Josh? You spoke before and you're looking at unification fixing that as your only avenue forward.
It has to be. There's no one left for me over here. You know, very quickly I've moved, you know, right at the top of the tree. But it's like when I beat Selby, I didn't have a few defences of steady ones. Straight in with a big fight with Carframpton, and that's what I want. It's the big fight's what I need, really. I think I've been speaking about it for so long. I've maybe put a little bit too much pressure on myself, like even throughout today, thinking about, you know, going forward. relaxed when I arrived to the arena and relaxed in the thing, but times in the fight when I wanted it too much, rather than instead of fighting with my head, fighting with my heart. Times when I was thinking, I could see what we were doing, and it were easy then. But then there were times when I was just getting overawed, and I think it's because how much I want to go and try push myself forward and win another belt and to test myself against the other champions. You know, Selby, Frampton, Kid Galahad. Who's there left for me to fight over here? I'm ranked highly in all the world governing bodies now. Number 2 in the Ring magazine, so it's got to be another world champion for me.
Which one do you want, Josh? You know, there's been chat about Valdez, possibly about talking about starting that front.
Yeah, I mean that'd be a fantastic fight. Or Santa Cruz, you know, he's the top of the tree, isn't he? And I've been saying it a long time. Let's go for the very best. I don't want to be coming back here and having to defend this one against fucking someone like Peter who works at car wash on York Road and then gets himself in the rankings. I want a big fight. The big fights will make me shit myself on a night time. That's the ones that I want. And just carry on this journey.
So what say for example, I can't get you unification for the next.
Then I'll wait. I'll fucking wait for 9 months until they order me a mandatory.
Josh, would you want to fight over there in America now and kind of broaden yourself out
I'd like
that way?
to.
Or
I'd like to. If it could get me on where I'd like to, just for the memories, for the experience, and I've done Ellen Road over here. I've been here 8 or 9 times. Manchester. So if Rank and the team can make it happen, then yeah, that's what I'd like to do.
Have you spoken to Billy Graham about some of the times when Ricky was big over the Vegas nights and stuff?
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, when we go over, don't you? Like to share vodka with him and that, and chat tactics.
It's my mate Billy. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Tell you what I don't understand now. Why Ricky Hart never wanted to fight Junior Witter. You can see that now, can't you? You know, it's a lot of people have mentioned that tonight as it goes, because it's look, we say we've got win and we sat here like we've found a pound and lost a tenner, but at the end of the day it comes down to getting that fucking win. We've got the win, we've done it however we had to do it. Could have done it with a better referee, we might have been a little bit different, you know. And genuinely, anybody here now is there anybody that can argue with me and say you wouldn't have been surprised if it had been disqualified? You wouldn't have been surprised. We've seen people disqualified for far less than that tonight. And it wasn't just once or twice, it was round after round after round after round. And you could go away and you can watch that. You know what I mean? You could go away and watch it again and you'd think, you know what, he's right. It's not often I am right, but on this occasion I am right. You know what I mean?
For Legend to have his holding ref in his head for the next month.
Yeah.
There's so many people shouting at him tonight and he just didn't pay any attention to it. Well, he got 2 warnings.
Yeah.
And and I think, it's just sitting there, it's not like, we're sitting there jumping around, over the moon, but we really should be over the moon.
Should be.
He's got another great win in front of another banged out crowd, and, I'll sit there and I'm like beaming for him. I think, what he's done the last 9 months, he's absolutely, in short of spectacular, and he deserves them big fights, that big unification fight, in his Valdez, and if Valdez is busy, we'll go after Santa Cruz, and that's definitely the next move.
Josh, would you get than you thought you would be?
It's a difficult question because I kind of expected that elusiveness. Like I said, there were times when I were a little bit annoyed with myself because they were giving him a little bit too much room, a little bit too much respect. I will say probably in the punches he was a little bit stronger than I anticipated. But in terms of when he caught me clean, with the single pot shots, there was nothing in his power, and I anticipated that. But yeah, I expected a scruffy fight. To be fair, I expected at times it was going to be messy. Like I say, I thought that we'd be able to work inside, but I didn't expect him to be able to fucking wrap his round and twist my nose and then give me fucking nush on top of head and play around tactics.
From a trainer's perspective, I think what I'd think is that I can understand why they did that, because it's the only way that you'd contain him. And nobody wants to fight Sheffield fighters because they are very good at making your lads look poor, aren't they? You know what I mean? And that's what he did tonight. He didn't make him look poor. He just killed it dead for me. That way should be over the moon. I don't think we ever lost the fight. I'm not disappointed about the decision. I'm not saying, I thought maybe a little bit more than that, to be honest. But for me, I like your fights like your Framptons and yourself.
Not the fights that good. They're not the fights.
They're not the fights that people want to see. So sometimes you've got to grind it out, and that's what we've done. We've ground it out.
Yeah.
We can never be accused of ducking everybody, not wanting to fight anybody. We fought everybody that's come, and this is where we're at now. So like Francis says there, hopefully we can get sat down and we can make some of these big fights on the
Had that
stage.
ended up in a draw tonight, though. I mean, you give second thought for for a rematch, wouldn't you? I mean, you just go at the belt. Do you know what I mean?
I think you'd
just
struggle
hard work to
there.
watch.
If it would have drawn, I'd have been absolutely devastated, and I'll tell you why, even though we'd have kept belt. Do you think all them people would pay to come and watch Barry again? Not a prayer, mate. Not a prayer.
No, I totally agree. And
You know.
it's not sport the night, but he didn't make the most of.
No,
and he didn't make the most of his own opportunity, which is.
Josh, was there a point where you thought frustration might get the better of you? Because I mean, obviously it was a really frustrating night for you as well as a lot of fans who watching you compete.
Yeah. There were little bit times. There were certainly times in. I think the frustration was kicking in when I thought the ref had a clear view of what we were doing, and I ain't going to stop until the referee says, and obviously he's not going to either. I kind of could hear Dom Ingles shouting that, keep doing it until it calls break. But there was frustration when he grabbed hold of my head, like I say. And there's been a bit of a bicker with what gloves he's been using, and I guess what I can see now, he was able to open his hand fully and then close it, and little things like inside the direct spoiling tactics. I thought the referee pull us aside here, but I'm trying to break free. He's saying, "Work out, lads." I'm trying to pull my arm through, and he's just trying to keep it hold and then use the other ones to pull me down, and that would get him frustrating. And that's when, I want to try to just fight out inside there, but.
Josh, prior to the fight, I asked you where would you rank Kip Galahad and sort of your opponents after everyone saying, Frampton, Selby. Now that you said asked you after the fight, you fought him, where does he rank?
Oh, it's difficult, that, isn't it? Because how can you rank somebody or rate somebody like that? Because you don't come in a box, is it?
Kiko and Dennis, had a go.
Huh?
Kiko and Dennis, they both come and had a go, didn't they?
Yeah. Kiko, Dennis, everybody else, they've come to have a go. You know what I mean? Not just to spoil and foul.
We're not trying to
say how much
that,
we can get away with. You know what I mean?
We're trying to say that you have to come
that.
to the boxing and just fight and stand and trade punches. There's boxers out there who like to box on the back foot, switch it. But when it comes to a time where it turns into a scruffy match like that, then it's not boxing, is it? It's not boxing. And,
no, it's not what people pay to come and watch.
Abide by the rules, but.
How would you
feel? You don't come to Champions Backyard and win a title like that.
How would you feel if you'd have paid for ringside hospitality for a great night and then you see somebody come and do that? It's diabolical, really.
To be honest, the atmosphere alone was worth it, though.
The atmosphere alone was worth it.
These fans are unbelievable.
I will say a massive thank you to those out there who earned their hard-earned money and do fantastic. Even in 12 rounds, they didn't march on together. And probably not all of them were Leeds fans either. Just joining in anyway, trying to sing the other line and push forward, and probably they were getting as frustrated, but they kept it red and they kept on singing, so a massive thank you to those who turned out tonight.
Give him lift that he needed, and we've got the job done, regardless of what we think and what moves like now. We've got the fucking job done, because that's what world champions do. That's what world champions do. So,
are you clapping for that speech?
Yes. You know what's coming now, don't you? Big kebab and a bottle of rum.
Hey!
Get in.
Josh, when can we next expect to see you in the ring?
I'd say I'll have to sit down with Steve and with Frank and Johnny and go from there, and hopefully see when the other fighters, the other champions are out, and I don't know, a few months. I think I'll get myself away, have a few weeks off, and then back in the gym. I was a little bit frustrated getting into this camp with injury after the Frampton one. I always like to get back in the gym straight away, just working on things, polishing things up. But a long time out with my hand. But it was fantastic for him. He's feeling good, and just leave it to the team, get them to sort me fight out and go from there.
I know you're eyeing up a US clash next, but surely you're going to want to lock in a night at home in Leeds every year, because that atmosphere was something.
It always is, and the turnout in the numbers, even when it's not a sellout, even when the spectators and all, but they always make the noise, passionate. They want it as bad as I do. But I think they've been saving their pennies anyway for the trip to the States. I can't go around the streets of Leeds now without folk shouting, "Oh, we're going to Vegas, Josh!" No, we're only walking down Bridget the other week and keeping me down, and some geezer shouts over, "Right, Josh, ready for it?" Yeah, I'm good, mate, I'm good. Yeah. We're off to Vegas after this. I was like,
I would go to Vegas.
that's what everyone's waiting for now, so, I'd like to give them a triple of laughter.
With that, boys, I'm departing because I've got a bottle of rum with my name on it.
That's nice.
Well, that's nice, regardless of whatever. It's not to do with better coming in the room, by the way, that I'm departing. I haven't got my name on a bottle of rum.
You're hungry, ain't you?
He did what he had to do, what that's it. It's definitely I've got a fall on it. All right, boys.
That's right. Any more questions?
Sorry, did you feel like you did enough to get the verdict?
It doesn't actually matter, at the end of the day, Josh won. The referee's seen it, as how they seen it, and it's what it is, isn't it? Josh is going to go on, hopefully unify and go and do bigger, better things.
Did anything surprise you about Josh's performance now?
I've known Josh for a very long time, so not really, no. I knew he was good, he was fit, he was strong, better than people always expect him to be, and it's what it is, he won, and that's it.
Is the beef put to bed now, this week too?
I don't think we really had any kind of beef like anyway, people might have thought we did, but I don't really think we did.
Listen, there were a lot of stuff said from prior, my side accounts, but like I said in the final press conference, in the interviews what I did, I never had any personal thing with Barry like I did with, like, for instance, like Lee Selby. I've been up for a long time, and I just know that Barry stood in the way, and that's that. Obviously, tensions get high on fight week. He wants it, I want it, so like I say, we have 12 rounds to sort it out. That's our fight, and then what's done is done, isn't it?
Barry, Josh's camp very critical of your tactics tonight, the holding. What would you say to that?
Listen, you've got to do what you've got to do to win, and that's it.
Alright,
Is
what
that right or wrong?
You can win holding.
But I'm just saying, you've got to, he was coming in with his head, so it is what it is, isn't it?
Alright, what will be next for you in the future, in terms of short term and long term?
I don't really know. I believe I belong at this level, and we'll see. We'll see where we're going to go from here now.
What was that atmosphere like in terms of fighting in that, in terms of that crowd and stuff?
It was good. The thing is, when you're not ring, I don't know. I don't really pay attention anyway, to be honest with you. But it was good. It was good.
Have you ever scrap against Carl Frampton? I know he's been pretty critical of you in the past. Was that something that might interest you?
Carl won't want to fight me. Josh will absolutely batter him from pillar to post. You know what I mean? And I did a better job than he did. Split decision, he got fucking battered. So I don't think he would want to be fighting me.
Dominic, did you think that he did enough to win?
Listen, it don't matter, like we said, Barry, it doesn't matter. You've got to give Josh the respect. He won the fight. That's how the judges saw it. You can argue all day long. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change the decision. It just means a different path. Josh is winning at one path. Barry's got to find his path back on. That's the way it is. You can't grab him for that. Hopefully he does get the big fights. He has 3 big fights. Makes playing when he packs up. You don't be around in this game for a long time. It's too dangerous. Make your money, get your titles, and that's it. So Josh is on his way. Barry's got to go back, take a couple of steps back to come forward again, and hopefully somewhere along the line they might meet again, or Barry might meet one of the champions. That's how boxing is. You have to accept what's happened, because we're crying about it all day. It doesn't matter. He didn't get the decision. Josh is a champion, and we'll go back to the drawing board.
Did he fight the way you wanted him to?
That was the plan. The way he boxed, it's only when you see Josh up close you realise he's got long arms, and that was a factor in the fight. You know, he was hitting Barry with shots I didn't think he'd catch Barry with. But, you know, Barry started to nullify the fight. But Josh, you know, dug his heels in, threw himself into it, pressured Barry. And two judges saw it one way, one saw it another. Howard Foster, who I've got a lot of respect for, I thought, when I actually heard the second, you know, Howard Foster saying, you know, he's gone to Barry, I thought, you know, he's generally got the right idea. The next judge is going to follow, it's going to be the same, but he went the other way, and that's what it's like. So he went from not having a chance in this fight, you know, to went out on a stretcher or somebody throwing the towel in, to get into on a split decision. You know, he's at this level, he's just got to win the title, that's all.
Barry, what do you expect next from Josh? He's been very gracious in defeat. What do you expect him to do now in terms of like these big fights tonight?
Hopefully he gets Oscar Valdez. I've sparred Oscar Valdez and he'll beat Oscar Valdez 100%. You know, Oscar Valdez is good, but I think, you know, he's seen better days, and he's got a lot of wear and tear. You know, Josh is young, hungry and fresh. So, you know, if he goes out there, I believe Josh 100% will beat him.
And what about the chances of him unifying the division, which is obviously his dream, you know, getting all four?
It's just trying to get the other two in it. Will Leo Santa Cruz wanna, you know?
Could be him.
Could be him. Could be him. You know,
The unspoken.
you know, the thing is that, you know, in the Josh is, I believe Josh is better kids than some, especially in his last 3 fights. You know, Leo Santa Cruz, it's about Abbenares and Abbenares and Carl Frampton. And I think they're all right, but, you know, I think Josh is better than them two. And I don't think they'll fight him. I don't think the other two will fight him. I think the only one will be, you know, Oscar Valdez.
And yourselves, you might meet again one day, maybe?
Yeah, you know, it could be. I'll have to get mandatory again. You know, he won't want to be fighting me again. So, you know, try and get mandatory again.
Listen, how the fuck did you open your glove?
I didn't do that. I did not do that. I didn't do that. I don't know what he's on about.
What's put in the net?
I don't know what he's on about. I don't know what he's on about. I don't know what he's on about. I don't know what he's on about.
Cheers, man.
Okay, thanks. Thanks very much.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else